Healing from and through emotional eating. Hi, I'm Sita Severson, and I'm really excited to introduce my new course, Healing from and Through Emotional Eating. Now, if you notice that I'm saying healing through emotional eating, that might sound like a revolutionary thought. How do you heal through it? How does emotional eating help heal us, right? Because that is definitely what I am pointing to. And so what I want to say is emotional eating is a huge concern and issue for a lot of people. I know I have been there. I've been there off and on for many, many years, no question about it. But one of the things that emotional eating suggests is your innate knowing that food is medicine. Do you get that? I mean, that to me is so powerful. Food is medicine. In Ayurveda, we say that your kitchen cabinet is your medicine cabinet. That's powerful too. So if you already know that food is medicine, perhaps you're working with it in a way that isn't life-giving for you right now. But with learning some things about yourself, and this is what we're going to be learning in this deep dive together, you can still utilize your love of food and your emotional response with food as a way to help yourself heal. So, it could be that you're healing. It could be that you're just trying to get through life right now. It could be that emotional eating has just been a lifelong habit for you. And maybe you're someone who just goes out like, oh, let's celebrate. Let's go eat a meal. I deserve that. Let's just go eat for celebration. That's something a lot of people do. Millions and millions and millions of people across many, 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 many cultures will go out to eat to celebrate. That is one form of emotional eating. We all do it, mostly, right? Emotional eating is also those who do not eat due to emotions. So we're looking at the relationship between ourselves and food, whether we're eating or not, okay? So in this 8-week program, we are going to take a deep dive into resetting your body's hunger cues. That's one of the things that I notice for so many people. We don't always know when we're hungry anymore. We don't always know what we're in the mood for. We have what in Ayurveda we call perverted cravings. So we're constantly craving things that we know isn't the best for us, that maybe even we know makes us not feel good. And yet everything in us feels like this is what I have to have. There's an actual programming to that, and there is a way to reset that reaction that your body is having. And it's very easily explained, which is something that we will speak to at length and work with at length in this program. So you'll also learn the nature of your cravings. Like, what are they teaching you? Where are these emotions or feelings being stored in your body and how are you nourishing them through those foods or not nourishing them? Because remember, every feeling has an emotion. Every feeling has a sensation in the body. And every sensation, feeling, and emotion has an impact on the body and has an impact on the mind. They're all deeply connected. And so instead of making ourselves wrong, what we want to do is reboot and reset this intelligent system that we call the mind, emotions, and the body, and of course the spirit, because the spirit is going to be victorious when we give it this kind of love and attention and understanding. So what we do is we reboot and we reset this system in a way that is not shaming and in a way that we can restore your sense of self and your relationship with food, with your body, with body image, and maybe even the things that you're saying to yourself. So Another aspect of this is discerning your emotions from others. So this is another thing that we'll be looking at. If you are empathic, you may find that your food cravings are different and they are not necessarily coming from what you would consider to be your own personal self. This is a very complex issue that can be easily explained in Ayurvedic terms. And so we are going to take a look at what is it like to be empathic and to have issues with food. We could call it an addiction. We could call it just emotional eating. It's not necessarily an addiction, but it could be either. We're going to look at the layers of what happens when we're carrying the load of someone else's emotions that they are struggling to digest, that we are needing to process for them. How do we learn to cope with life? How do we learn to cope with stresses when food has been our friend or foods have been our go-to? What happens if you're dealing with mental illness and food is one of the crutches that you use to keep yourself afloat? These are all very, very true realities for so many people, millions and millions of people. And in Ayurveda, we have a way of helping you understand these systems in a way where you're no longer going to make yourselves wrong. You're going to become a witness to yourself. You're going to be held in this space, and we're going to help you reset your system, like I said, so that some of these perverted cravings don't have to hijack you anymore. Now, is an 8-week group coaching course going to be a fix for all of this? No, first of all, we're not fixing you because you're not broken. However, we are setting you on a very powerful path and gearing you with the insight and the knowledge and the information that you need to completely reframe yourself and your relationship with food and your cravings. Hugely powerful. So I will make sure that everyone gets a personal intake. You will fill out an intake form so that I can personally guide your process. So even though this will be in a group setting, I will be guiding very specifically for you along the way, okay? Because everybody is going to have different nuances, and I will make sure that you are aware of what is specific for you and which way you want to go and which way you probably don't want to go. So we will do some body mapping. We will reboot your system. We will reconnect you to your essential self. We will help you get out of the shame and blame game. We will help you find a healthy relationship with food, a healthier relationship with your body. This is going to be one of the most beautiful courses I have ever done, group coaching I have ever done, and I'm so excited because I've done this work myself, and it was nothing short of a miracle and a complete game changer. And so I am over the moon to bring this material and this experience for you. So this will be an intimate group. I'm not going to let it become a larger group. The maximum is going to be 20 people. If we get more than 20 people, there's going to be a wait list and they can be in another group. So we will make sure that everyone gets focused attention and everyone feels held through this process, because this is a deeply emotional process for a lot of people. And so I don't want anyone to feel like they're just another person in the mix. So I will say, for some of you, you will choose to do a cleanse during this process. That will be available to you. I will certainly support it and guide you through the process, but it is only an option. Doing an Ayurvedic cleanse is absolutely not necessary during this process. I have plenty of other tools that you get to use. We will have some meditation classes, some yoga classes together outside of our regular calls. These are totally optional as well. You're welcome to be there live, or you are welcome to utilize the playback feature that you can watch on demand at your own pace. So I really deeply hope that you will join me or join us for this incredible event. It's 8 weeks, like I said. The details are in this email. The details are on this page, however it is that you're reading it. And I am really excited to see you there. Please feel free to email at any time if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. And I very much look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much.